Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is Tuesday, January 18, 2022. This is the first trading day of the week of 2022. First trading day, week number 3. Yesterday was MLK Day. Stock market was closed. So you can see what's happening. The markets are opening red. You see this? A percent down. This is huge because remember, markets generally don't move 1% up or down a day. So if you're an option trader, if you're in the right side of this move, you're fine. If you're not, it's going to hurt you. But one thing I wanted to look at is I do own gaming stock, and you can see that there's big news here. Microsoft wants to buy Activision, so I have to do a trade on EA and roll that out. I own some cover call options on EA, and I think my strike price is at $139, and by moving it $8 in one day is really not a good thing. Well, it is in one sense because remember, I'm making money, but I need to roll my position. So stay tuned and see what trades I have to do today. For those of you who are on Facebook, if you want to level up your investment knowledge, you can join me on Facebook group Investing 102. This is where we can chat and discuss different methods. Again, this is for leveling up your investment knowledge. So let's go to E-Trade, and you'll see I already punched in the EA. Here's what it's costing me to close this. You see how expensive it gotten? It shot up. So what I want to do is, because it's at 139, I need to start rolling this out and up and out. So let's see what we can do with this one. Let's punch in 80 cents. I'm just picking a number between the bid and the mid. I'm not really sure will I get it sold, but again, I'm just going to pick a number, see what the markets tell me, and then we'll narrow it down to a price that I think will work. So let's go to 40 cents right away. I don't want to move it 1 penny at a time or 5 cents at a time. We'll be here for 20 minutes doing that. Okay, we'll see. Even that's not enough. And let's see, will it change this now? You see this? So this is a little bit more accurate now. It seemed like somewhere around here. Well, now we're getting close to if there's a real buyer and seller between these prices. And there you go, EA sold. So I moved it out. And here's the confirmation. You can see the timestamp, 10:13 today. So let's put on another trade. I want to talk about my 2-3-4 method. So there's a couple things that I want to do. So here is my account. Remember, we're doing the 2-3-4. So this one I want to close, but let me tell you what the problem is. This is the trade that I have a problem with. In the February 18 of the 2-3-4, this put here has made me lose money. So one thing I want to do is probably close this early and then just push this trade into the future. So again, this is the 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So that's $9,000 of maximum buying power risk. So let's show you what this looks like. So let's close the SPY February 11. The easiest way to do that is just do this, toggle the 4 legs, hit the close button at the bottom here. So I made a little bit of money on that one. So that doesn't surprise me. The one that surprised me is how much money I'm losing on the other one. So this is the free leg. Okay, so let's close that. Place order. Okay, and that one went across at the mid. But let's go back to SPY. And I want to show you what else I want to do. So this particular one, the February 18, I think is the problematic one. The reason why is the put was really high up and there wasn't a lot of choices. And it's going to cost me 137 to close. And I want to close this early in case tomorrow, let's say we have 2 or 3 more red days, this will be a problem. Or let's say 4 or 5 more red days. I don't want this to get any worse than it is. So I'd rather take the loss now. I'd rather lose the 140. And I think I may only collected $70 or $80 in advance. I don't remember what I collected. We can go back to the historical chart. Actually, let me open the spreadsheet and I'll show you. Okay, I went to the tracker and you can see On January 3rd is when I opened it. I collected right here $202. And you can see what I did on week 2. I rolled the call side down from a 502 to a 494, and I received $10 credit, which is $20 for the 2 contracts. So you see I lost money on this one. And if you check for the 4 contract, which is right here, you see this with the 4, I collected 96 cents, or roughly $385. And if you want to see what happened now, I just switched it over to the 4 and hit the close button, and you see I'm actually making money on this one. That's why I don't want to close it yet. Let some time decay. The good part about this is I'm really far away from both sides, so I'll make money on this one. So this is the reason why I'm telling you what I'm doing is I'm not gonna wait till next week to close this, because the risk is there's probably, if there's 2 to 3 more red days, I would actually lose more money than I stand to gain. So it doesn't make sense for me to wait it out and see what happens. So I'd rather close it now, take the loss, and then move on to my next trade. So let's do that today. I'll put it in at, I want to put it in at 138, and then I'll move it to the mid, and then we'll see can we get it for something else. So we'll start there. So this will be my first losing trade using the 234 of the year, and I'm okay with that. Okay, there you go. That's a loss. And if you go to the timestamp, here you go. You can see how my 2 and the 3s were done, and then my EA was done. So now I want to show you how to open my next one. Since I have the 2 and the 3 closed and the 4 is still open, I'm gonna open a 5, which is 2 plus 3 equals 5, and I'll show you what that is. So here's what it looks like today, the SPY. I showed you that I'm already making money on this one. Doesn't make sense for me to close it. I'll let the time play out on that one. So let's do a new trade. We'll put on 5 contracts. Again, in keeping with the 2, 3, 4. I closed a 2 and a 3 today. I'm going to open a 5. We'll do an Iron Condor. We're going to pick, I believe it's March 4. Let's go into here and let's double check that. Today, we closed this one with 24 days. And yeah, March 4 is 45 days. So we'll open on March 4. And now let's figure out what strike price we want to use. So today is down 6 points. We'll want something safe. We're going to look at the percentages. Ooh, this may not be a good trade either. So you can see maybe I don't want to do this. And the reason why is I don't have a lot of choices on the downside. This delta is a lot higher than I want. Let me see what my other options are. Okay, I'm just looking around. I want to see if a 25th, the 23rd is a little bit too short. 36, yeah, that's not gonna work. These are not gonna work. It's too close. So I may go all the way out to March here, because it has more options, as in strike prices. The other one didn't have a lot of choices, and it will force you into a bad trade. And I don't want to take on more risk than I need to, especially in this market. So what I want to do is pick a really safe delta now, especially on the downside. So I'm willing to go about a 8 or 9 delta or 10 delta. So that will put me down here in the SPY right around a 400. It's 11 delta. I want to go a little bit under maybe. And then on the put side, on the call side, I mean, we'll probably stick with something like a 500 or something like that, which is also a 6 delta, 11% chance of happening. So let's construct the trade and see what it looks like. And then we gotta go much lower on this side. We're gonna go close to a 400. We'll start there and we'll see what the right value is. So here's the trade that I think I'm gonna put on. I don't have a lot of I want to use a different day, but those didn't have the strike prices that I like. So I'm going to end up settling for something like this. It's a little bit longer to make money, but I'm okay with that because the markets are uncertain. I'm going to try for 103, 5 contracts, 60 days, and we'll put that on here. Let's see if that goes across. And it did not. I hit the refresh a couple times. Let me now hit change. I'm going to move it up or move it down. And you see the bid is at $1. So it will go across at $1. So here you go. And there you go. It went across. I'll show you that right here. So since the beginning of the video, I started at like 10:14, I think. My EA was 10:13, and then you'll see that. So there you go. All the trades. So that takes care of the 2, 3, 4 method for today. So as you're trading, make sure you take care of your position. When the markets don't go in your direction, this is like managing your portfolio. I just want to make sure my options don't get out of hand. I don't want to lose more than I need to. I'd rather just roll it out. I'd rather close a losing position and start all over with a new one. With that being said, leave a comment below. Let me know how you're doing so far this year. As always, let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time and have a profitable day. Bye-bye.